good viber to the last and final chakra in our 7 in-body chakra system. We're going to be talking about how to manifest using the crown chakra. And I'm very, very excited. I hope that you are too, and that you watched the previous videos that followed this one, all the way from the root chakra here to the crown chakra, okay? The crown. So without further ado, fam, let's talk about 3 tips to manifest using your crown chakra, okay? Yay! Alright, yeah, girl Esther Joy wants to start off by saying the first tip to manifest using your crown chakra is to silence your mind. Silence your mind. Give yourself space in that noggin of yours. Silence your mind. When you are silencing your mind, there are one of 2 ways you can do this. One of them are going to be a little bit more successful than the other, so let me share with you. The first way is to sit down to meditate. I'm going to meditate. And then what you can do is look at all the thoughts in your mind. Oh no, I keep thinking, what about Charlie? What did he have lunch for today? I'm kind of hungry. All of these thoughts are going to go through your mind, fam. They're going to happen. It's inevitable. But what you can do in the first option is to comment on every thought in your mind. Look at it and think, and respond back to it with a Or the second option, which I think is more effective, is to simply observe them. They're going to go, and you're going to go, And through just allowing it to be, it can all at once, but you are not it. It is not you. It might be trying to get your attention, but when you silence your mind and simply acknowledge, okay, there are thoughts, they are not me. They are simply showing me a part of myself that I may observe, and allow myself to silently observe. Silently observe your mind, and the more that you pay attention to the areas of silence, the more and more that silence grows within you. So allow yourself to be aware of this silence that is always within you. It just might be overrun by those little murmurs, but don't worry, you got this, fam. So that's number 1. If you are wanting to manifest with your crown chakra and really tap into that energy, mentally you must silence your mind. Imagine how impactful it is when that one kid that never says anything says something. You remember it, versus that kid that literally talks all the time that you wish would stop talking, right? Well, it's the same thing with your mind. That silence is super duper impactful and can really cultivate a beautiful space for you to lay the seed of your manifestation. First, practice silencing the mind. Okay, I think I've gone enough on that topic and that point, that tip. So let's go on to number 2. And number 2 is to fast, or withstand yourself. Is that even a word? I'm not sure, but I'm using it, okay? I'm using it as a word. To hold yourself back from certain things. And when I say hold yourself back, I mean withdraw from certain indulgences, okay? When we think of fasting through the body, this gives ourselves more energy, believe it or not, to actually meditate, mentally facilitate what we are wanting to manifest. Right now, I'm currently on my 36-hour fast. So I think that it's a perfect time for you to spend more time meditating, more time in nature, more time in silence, to really allow that energy that you would have used digesting to now be used meditating and really refining and understanding and receiving downloads on how you are receiving your manifestation, okay? So actually abstaining from indulgences, okay? This could be fasting from your phone, fasting from, many things that you use entertain yourself in this lifetime, if you will. Fasting and abstaining yourself from these are actually very beneficial and the use of the crown chakra. So please allow yourself, maybe if you've never fasted before, try intermittent fasting or just go for it. Really, fam, do your research, of course, and take that energy, move it somewhere else, okay? Withdraw that energy and move it somewhere else. Okay? So that is tip number 2, fast, okay? Withdraw yourself from indulgences. I'm just making up words now. Okay, so moving on to tip number 3, okay? Tip number 3 is all about expectations. And you've probably heard this one before, but it's really, really, I think, worth going over. Withdraw yourself from expectations. You might think you know how this manifestation is going to come into your life, especially if you're like, I want $1 million. I want someone to drop it on my front porch. It's going to be super easy. They're going to say it's from my long lost uncle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Okay. You have a lot of expectations there. Now I'm sure every time the doorbell rings, you're going to be thinking, I wonder if that's my uncle. No, you need to drop those expectations. You and I both know that our perception is pretty limited, okay? With that being said, we can only expect things in our perception of what we already know. A lot of the times, though, these bigger things, the things that we're wanting to manifest, the things that have been on our heart, that is a part of our soul mission here to carry through with, they're going to come in miraculous ways that neither of us could have probably thought of. So just open yourself up for that and let go of expectations, okay? There's no need for you to be on edge every single day. In fact, by holding on to expectations, that can actually limit your manifestation from coming, because you're not in the energy of really open to receive. You're more like, when is it coming? When is it coming? Not, I know it is coming. It is here with me already in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, and it is showing up in my physical reality as I just allow myself to be. There's no need for expectations at all, so drop any expectations you may have. I'm feeling led to tell you a story of when I was younger. I used to think my birthday is going to be the best day ever, and then I would be super sad if it was anything other than that, and I would actually get really depressed and start crying. Okay, yeah, I was a bit of a drama queen, but I really realized how important it is for me to drop expectations, okay? Detach yourself from this manifestation. Because when you detach yourself from this manifestation and all of those expectations you have in your mind, you give it open space to be as it is and come through as it is without trying to look for this fixed idea of how it should come through. So really and truly detach yourself and release all expectations. And like a rubber band, once you release all expectations, bam, it's there, surprise. So fam, those are the 3 tips I have for you when it comes to manifesting using the crown chakra. I hope that you found it helpful. I'm going to do a quick recap, and you can press the thumbs up right now if you find it helpful. So number 1 is to empty and clear your mind. Give your mind space. Number 2 is to fast. Withdraw yourself from these impulses or pleasures that are kind of not necessary. And number 3 is to detach and let go of expectations, okay? So these are the 3 tips again to manifest using your crown chakra. Let me know if you've done these before, if these are totally new, or have you not. Add in your own. I would love to hear your insight on these, of course, in the comments down below. And without further ado, if you haven't watched the other chakra manifestation tips in previous videos, I will leave the playlist at right now, okay? So hopefully it'll be on the screen somewhere. Esther, do your thing. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day, fam. Namaste.